Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're bringing you what I have been waiting for a really long time. The thing that I'm hoping, and so far it's looking like it has, the thing that I'm hoping will revive my interest and love for Imperial Assault. This is the Legends of the Alliance app. It makes the game fully cooperative and therefore also solo capable. So let's get right into it. This is a mission from the tutorial campaign. It's the starter campaign, so I don't think you got to worry too much about. I mean, it is going to be spoilers. We're about 4 missions in, I believe, but it's still not something. It's not the main campaign that comes with the app. So let's take a look at it. There are a few rule changes. I'll go over them as they happen, and let's see what we've got. Oh, by the way, if you don't own Imperial Assault and you like what you see, click on the link in the description below and purchase it through that link if you think you might like it, and a little bit of the proceeds will go to help out the channel as well. All right, let's get into the game. All right, so let's see what this mission is going to be at Felucia, maybe? The site of multiple Clone Wars battles. This Outer Rim planet is covered in primeval jungles. So let's select this briefing, loose ends. Having fled inevitable retaliation on Ord Mantle, the Freedom Fighter, which is the ship that we're on, sends an urgent message from its refugee in Ithorian space. The captain wishes to speak with your team privately and for some reason in person. You arrive on the Freedom Fighter's bridge where Captain Darpik greets you with a curt handshake. Captain Darpik, by the way, is the captain of our ship. Alliance spies have been digging into our trouble with the star map, and I'm afraid the results are dire, she says, tossing a data pad on the table. One of our crew members has been working with the Empire. Analysis of data transfer logs points to 3 suspects, Darpik continues. Ares Jin, Burin Castle, and Callie Thorendon have each had access and opportunities to commit the known security breaches. My crew's field reports can't narrow it down any further, but I was hoping you might help. Happy to have your support, she continues. I can't risk continuing the investigation aboard the Freedom Fighter with the traitor so close. Take this intelligence back to your ship, figure out who our mole is, and tail him. If there's a fight, don't hesitate to end this. Darpik dismisses you from the bridge, and you return to your ship. The intelligence reports are thorough and conclusive. Pieces of the mystery feel familiar, and you think back over your missions. After her rescue, Captain Darpik mentioned receiving a warning call from Burin Castle just before she and her team got ambushed. Before escaping from the canyon, you remember finding a cracked data pad. The traitor instructed the Imperials not to shoot down your shuttle because he was aboard. You recall Callie Thorendon being the only one to sit that mission out. After reviewing the evidence, you're ready to name a prime suspect. So, Ares Gen, Burin Castle, or Callie Thorendon. So we know that Callie Thorendon was not on the mission where the traitor sent the Imperials a warning not to shoot down the ship because the traitor was on that ship. So Callie Thorendon should not be involved because she wasn't on that ship. Burin Castle sent a warning to Captain Darpik during an earlier mission that they were about to be ambushed by Imperials. So it seemed that Ares Gen or Ares Gen is the traitor by the process of elimination, unless one of these two actually, are doing some sort of double cross to give themselves an alibi. But let's go ahead with all the evidence we've got to go with Ares. So let's go with him. Hoping you've made the right call, you decide to keep an eye on Ares again. The very next morning, one of your tracking beacon activates. Ares has decided to make an unscheduled shuttle run. Scandalous. You trace Ares' shuttle to the jungle planet Felucia. You find the vehicle abandoned in a clearing just short. You trace Ares' shuttle to the jungle planet Felucia. You find the vehicle abandoned in a clearing just a short trek from an Imperial facility. All right, so following a trail of broken branches, you carefully approach the edge of the jungle to a hill overlooking the facility entrance. Over the low hum of the Imperial compound, you hear a hushed conversation. Inching closer, you grab your macro binoculars and take up hidden positions among the last line of trees. Deploy the rebels here. Below, you spot your suspect handing something to a stormtrooper. We're going to deploy an elite squad of stormtroopers, and I'll show you the stats and everything and their abilities as they get activated. But these stormtroopers will be deployed here. Next, it tells us to deploy an elite Imperial officer, and that this Imperial officer is Ares Gin. He'll be deployed right here. There, you see, Ares says, annoyed by the stormtrooper patting him down. Rebel flight logs from the Yavin escape. Now let me talk to the general about my next assignment and my outstanding fee. The trooper requests clearance while Ares begins whistling a tune you recognize from the cantina on Ord Mantell. One patrol trooper checks his weapon and reloads from a nearby supply crate. The third begins pacing the area near the door to the base. The patrolling trooper wanders close enough to threaten your camouflage. Rather than risk discovery, you break cover under your own terms. Startled, but well-trained, the trooper sounds the alarm. Reinforcements respond to the now blaring alarm. That is a regular Nexu, not an elite Nexu. So Nexus in general are pretty bad news, but at least this one isn't an elite. And an additional squad of regular stormtroopers arrives as reinforcements as well. With some covering fire, Ares dashes from his cover to the facility door, slipping inside amidst the chaos. Overcome the Imperials and chase the traitor. So it says our objective is updated. We need to pursue Ares Gin into the Imperial facility and track him down. All right, round one. So this is the setup we've got. Now, before we move any farther, let's go over some of the equipment and skills that we've got available to us. First off, the app tells me I do have 2 med packs available, so that's good. And then let's see what else we've got. Let's start with Jin. All right, so here's Jin's loadout right now. She, of course, has her quick draw ability. Use 2 strain, use at the start of a hostile figure's activation, interrupt to perform an attack with a pistol targeting that figure, limit once per round, twice if you have 2 activation tokens, which she does since I'm only playing with 2 heroes. And then also Opportunist. After you resolve an attack, if the target suffered 1 or more damage, move 1 space. Then we've got the 434 Death Hammer, which is, I believe, a tier 2. Yeah, tier 2 pistol. The attack is with a blue and red die, automatically +1 damage, and then you can increase the accuracy by +2 with a surge, and another surge can give you +1 damage as well. We've got extra ammunition, exhaust this card while attacking with a pistol weapon to reroll 1 attack die, and combat coat over here, +2 health. While defending, you may convert 1 or more evade results into block results instead. Her 3 abilities, she's got quick as a whip. After an attack targeting you is resolved, you may move 1 space. Cheap shot, when you use quick draw, this ability up here, apply +1 damage to the attack results. The attack also gains stun with a surge. And then get cocky, exhaust this card after you resolve an attack. If the target figure was defeated, recover 2 strain or become focused. And then we've got Garkon, which has the charge ability. Use an action and suffer 2 strain to move a number of spaces up to your speed. Then you may perform an attack with a melee weapon. Also, Rage. After an attack targeting you is resolved, if you suffer 3 or more damage, you become focused. He has the Force Pike, a red and 2 yellow. This is a level 3 melee weapon. It's a staff. It has reach. And then its surge abilities are +1 damage, and stun. We've got survival gear over here, which is an accessory. Exhaust this card while performing a strength test to reroll 1 die, and ignore additional movement point cost while entering difficult terrain. Then down here, adrenal implant. Exhaust this card after resting, you become focused. Now, why I wanted him to have this ability to become focused that easily is you'll see, I believe, Well, we'll get there in a second. Wookiee Loyalty is his first ability. Exhausts this card while you or an adjacent friendly figure is defending to apply +1 defense or +1 block to the defense result. Then Ferocity, when you declare an attack while you are focused, here's the key here with this and this ability up here. Add 1 red die to your attack pool instead of 1 green die. This attack also gains Surge Cleave 1. And then Rampage, after you resolve charge, each hostile figure adjacent to you suffers 1 damage. Also, as their secondary weapon, both Jyn and Garken are carrying their base weapons, their starting weapons. For Jyn, it's the Vintage Blaster. For Garken, it's the Vibro Axe. They're both carrying those. However, if they get to the point where they need to use them, like they lose their current weapon or something, I'll show you those stats then. But I don't anticipate using those weapons unless it's a real bad situation. So the rebels get to go first. Let's see, the Nexu has 6 health. The stormtroopers the elite stormtroopers have 5 health each, and the regulars have 3 health each. I can't really get to the regular stormtroopers to start tearing them up though. So maybe, oh, and you know what? Look at this stormtrooper right here. There's a wall here. So really the only thing I can attack is the Nexu. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just go ahead and move. 1, 2. And we're going to attack the Nexu. We need 1 red, 2 yellow die, and the Nexu defends with a white die. So 1 block, and then we've got 1 damage, 2 surges, and so we could get 3 damage total, but I think we'll do one of those surges will be with a damage, so that's 2 damage, and then the other one will be stun. And that's Garken's turn. All right, next up we've got the blue stormtroopers. Now their bonus is after this group's activation, deploy 1 defeated figure from this group. Well, okay, there's no defeated figure, so that's not going to be a huge problem here. But then these are the regular stormtroopers. So they move 3 to attack Jyn Odan. They can't attack Jyn. They've got a figure between them and... So they're going to have to try to move through this Nexu. Here, so let's go back to the board. So if this one moves 3, 1, 2, he can't go anywhere. Let's see, 1, 2. He could get here. All right, so he'll go 1, 2, 3. So this first blue stormtrooper is going to attack Garken because he does not have line of sight to Jyn, who was his primary target. Now, real quick, let's look at the stats for these guys. All right, so they attack with blue and green. They defend with black. Health 3, speed 4. Now, ignore the speed thing because in this, the app tells me how far they're going to move every time. One thing also to keep in mind is that in the app, squad training is ignored and it's replaced by some abilities that happen in app. As far as surge priority, and this may change, but currently what the app has is +2 accuracy will be used first, followed by +1 damage. All right, so they attack blue-green, Garken defense with black. And let's see, we've got 2 defense, 2 blocks, so that blocks these out. So we have 1 +1 surge, and like I said before, that surge will be +2 accuracy. Obviously not necessary here, so it's +1 damage, so Garken takes 2 damage. So next, let's see. Oh wait, he's not quite done yet. Next is move to reposition 4, which means he's going to move 2 spaces to get exactly 4, to try to get exactly 4 spaces away from all rebels. So if he goes 1, 2, or 1, 2, so he goes 1, 2. Now again, he's not exactly 4 spaces away. He's trying to get there, but the app instructs you to always do the reposition movements to resolve them as best as the unit can. If it can't get far enough away, then that's just the case. But in this case, he moved 2 at the most. All right, so now, well, let's move on to this guy. If he moved 1, 2, 3, he can't move 3 because he would end up on the same space as this guy. So instead, in fact, there's no way for him to get to a point where he can attack. So since there's no way for him to attack because this Nexu is blocking that, so it's actually pretty good for me that Nexu is there. Instead, he's going to move right on to the next the next activation bullet point here, the next thing he can do, which is move 2 to reposition 4. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll move right here. And then obviously this guy's going to have the same issue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move 1, 2, and he'll be in reposition 4 as well. Obviously pretty crowded up there, but I have a feeling that's going to eventually be a problem for me once these guys get some good lines of sight. And that's everything for the blue stormtrooper. So moving on to my turn, Jen obviously has to go now. She's going to move 1, 2, and fire on the Nexu. Now she's shooting a blue and a red, and the Nexu again, as I said before, has the white defense die. All right, so he blocks 1 damage, 2 of them get through, and the Death Hammer pistol she's using has an automatic +1 damage, so that's 3 damage that gets through. And since this is a, oh no, actually never mind, he only has 2 damage so far, so 3 gets through. That puts him at 5 damage total. Let's go ahead and change that out. 1 more damage to that Nexu and he will be done for. So I'm trying to think, I think I will move her back. She still has some movement left over because she was here, so she only used 2 movements so far. I'll move her back to here. So she still has line of sight on the Nexu, so when it activates, she can use her quick draw ability. I'm not going to keep switching back and forth to the screen. If something important happens on the screen, I'll pop you up there so you can see it. But let's go ahead and end Jen's activation. All right, now we're activating the Elite Stormtroopers. Their bonus is when the first figure of this group declares an attack, add 1 green die to the attack pool. So they also have Last Stand. If there are fewer than 3 figures in this group, become focused. But there's not, so they we're good to go there. Move 4 to attack Jen Odan. All right, so this guy's going to go first. 1, he was, let's see here, where's that wall go? Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to attack, and they also attack with blue and green, plus the 1 additional green. Get that red out of here. And Jen has the white die. All right, so we've got the block and the evade that cancels out those 2, but then here we've got 4 damage. That is brutal. Yeah, so she's going to take 4 damage. And then he's going to move 2 to reposition 4. 1. He can't move through here because they're enemies of his, so it looks like he's stuck moving to there. That's the best he can do. That'll be a good opportunity for Garkin here in a second. Then the next one, again, move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can make it all the way down here. So he's going to attack again. He's going to have just 1 green die, blue, and then she's got the white. Oh, there we go. Complete miss. All right. Now he can't go anywhere. He's stuck. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. He was here, so he could have gone 1, 2. That's where he's going to be. Now this guy is stuck, though, because he can't go anywhere from there. So he's going to move to there. Then let's see about this guy down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't go anywhere, so instead move 2 to reposition 4. He'll move here. And then move 6 to reposition. He's already at reposition 4, though, so he's going to stay right where he's at. And that finishes the Elite Stormtroopers. All right, so now the question is, do I go Garkin or... and by the way, the reason I didn't use Opportunist with her to move her is I want to make sure that she's still got... Oh, she doesn't have range on him anymore. I probably should have used... Or accuracy, I mean, on him. I probably should have used... Line of sight is what I'm trying to say, y'all. I probably should have used her Opportunist ability, but I'm not going to go back now and retcon it, so we're just going to leave her where she is. Instead, we are going to have Garkin attack this Stormtrooper because we do have the possibility... I'm pretty sure... I thought I had a cleave. Oh, it's only... He only has cleave if he is... Oh, you know what? I'm going to... When I told you I wasn't going to use his other check this out. All right, so we're going to have Garkin attack, but you know how I said I probably would not use his starting equipment? Well, guess what? The Vibro Axe has cleave built into it. So, you know, with a surge. So I actually am going to use his Vibro Axe instead of his Force Pike for this attack. So it's going to be 1 red, 1 yellow, attacking the Nexu, which of course uses the white defense die. Oh, I'm sorry, attacking the Stormtrooper in hopes of cleaving the Nexu. So here we go. All right, well, we did not cleave the Nexu. However, what we did do was kill the Stormtrooper outright. He only has, oh no, we didn't kill him, not quite. He did block 1 damage, so he has 4 damage, but you know what we're gonna do? So it's 4 damage to him. Let's not put it out yet. Let's go ahead and attack again. This time, I really want that Nexu dead because he still has to activate this round. So now we're going to directly attack the Nexu and hope to cleave the Stormtrooper. Oh, you know what? I rolled a white defense die. Hold on. Y'all all heard me say I was attacking the Stormtrooper. That's basically what I had there. So let's see what the Stormtrooper did. All right, same result. He blocked 1. So Stormtrooper has 4 damage on him right now. I'm not going to put it out there yet. Let's just do this attack to the Nexu now, using the right defense. Again, using the Vibro Axe, hoping to cleave the Stormtrooper afterwards. All right, well, we got 3 damage to the Nexu, which does kill him. So the Nexu is dead. And let me show you this real quick. And the app says, let's see, we gained 4 fame for defeating the Nexu. And then this evade did cancel one of our surges. However, the other surge still gets through. We'll use that for cleave 1, which takes out this Stormtrooper, because remember, he had 4 damage on him already. That's his 5th damage, so he is dead. And that ends a very successful turn for Garkon. Or Garkin? Garkan? We're going Garkin. All right. The Imperials have nobody else to activate, so we've got 1 more activation for Jyn. She's going to move 1, 2, right here, and attack this red Stormtrooper. Here we go. All right, block 2. Then we have 2 damage here. The blaster pistol gives an additional damage. So that's 3 damage, and we have 1 surge, which is 4 damage. Yeah, so this Stormtrooper now has 4 damage. I think I'm going to leave Jyn right where she is for the moment. So let's go ahead and end her turn, which will actually end the round as well. All right, moving on into round 2. Nothing new for the Imperials yet. Our turn again. Garkon is going to go first. He's going to move here. We're going to attack this Imperial Stormtrooper and hopefully cleave this one over here. Or are we going to cleave him? Yeah, actually we are. I can't believe I'm using the Vibro Axe as much as I am, but we are going to go ahead and do that. All right, so here we go. All right, so the surge ability is negated, so no cleave. However, this 3 damage does kill this Stormtrooper right here. Now, do we want Garkin to stay where he is? We do. I'll tell you why, because he can help defend her if she gets attacked here. So that'll be the end of his turn. And we've got the elite Stormtroopers. After this group's activation, okay, deploy 1 defeated figure from this group as close as possible to another figure in this group. All right, so that's unfortunate. And last stand, if there are fewer than 3 figures in this group, become focused. I believe this means the entire group becomes focused. So I'm gonna, and that's how I'm gonna play it. Unless somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that. But both of these guys are focused, and now they're gonna go first, and they're gonna move forward to attack the healthy hero with the lowest speed, which is Garkin. Both my heroes are still healthy, so they're attacking Garkin. Blue and green. Garkin has black, but they're focused, so they're actually both using 2 green die. So we'll use this guy first. All right, got 2 defense. So both of those are blocked, but then we have 2 surges. which is going to increase the damage by 2. So Garkin takes 2 damage, which puts him at 4 damage total out of 24 health. Now the second thing is to move to reposition 4. So this guy we'll go 1, 2. That looks like probably the best spot for him. And now this stormtrooper will move adjacent. Oh, and of course he's not focused anymore. And this one will attack the exact same way. 1 block, so 1 damage plus 2 more, so that's 3 damage total, which brings Garkin up to 7 damage. And this guy's no longer focused. And then he'll also move 2. We'll go 1, 2. Okay, Jen is going to take 2 strain to move 1, 2. And check inside this crate here. This weathered crate could contain useful supplies. You find some useful supplies in the crate, gain 2 med packs and 50 credits. All right. And now she's going to attack. We'll go, you know what? I think we're going to try to wipe out these elite stormtroopers. So she's actually going to attack this one who's, oh wait, they were supposed to add a stormtrooper near, after the activation, add one to the group. So that's probably the least advantageous place for the rebels since he's behind some cover there. All right, so with that in mind, instead of continuing to go after these guys for now, let's go after these guys. She's going to attack this one here, who is going to use, obviously, black die. And she's got blue and red. He blocked 2. But the Death Hammer has automatic +1 damage, so that's 3 damage, and she got him. All right, bonus for the blue stormtroopers. Squad training. While attacking, gain Pierce 1. If the target has already been attacked during this group, okay, well, it hasn't because he's going to be the first and only one to attack, but he gets Pierce 1. Move 3, attack the hero with the highest endurance. They both have 4, which means that he attacks the closest one, which is going to be Garkin. So 1 block. 1 block, so that's 1 damage, and then 2 surges will increase it to 2 damage total. So that puts Garkin at 9 damage. And then move to reposition 4. 1, 2. Or actually, he'd probably go here, or 1, 2, to try to get farther away from her. Oh, and you know what? I forgot about the Pierce 1. Garkin should take 1 more damage. So that actually puts him at 10 damage total. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this since we've looked in it. So now I think we'll have her go next. And she's going to move to here. Or no, she's not going to move at all. First she's going to attack. No, first she's going to attack this stormtrooper. Let's try to finish off the blue squad. And really, I should have used quick draw. I don't know why I didn't. Quick draw, she probably could have finished him off before he even acted last turn. 2 damage is blocked. Then we have the 1 damage. That's plus the 1 automatic with the Death Hammer. And then one of the surges will add a 3rd damage. And we add the accuracy. So he's dead. So blue squad is dead. And let's see, we're going to get 6 fame for defeating them. And now she has 1 more attack. So she's going to attack this elite stormtrooper. And just barely has the accuracy. 2 gets blocked. 1 gets through, though. He's already got 4 damage, which means he's dead as well. All right, so now Garkin's turn. He's going to activate charge. He'll take 2 strain and move 1, 2, 3, 4 and attack this stormtrooper right here. He's going to be using his force pike this time, going back with the heavy weaponry. 2 block, We'll block those 2 damage. But then we've got 2 surges. So we can use that for... We could get 2 damage. But I think we'll actually do 1 damage against him and then stun him. All right, so that was the charge ability. And so Garkin gets 1 more attack, he gets 1 more action. He's going to use it to attack this Stormtrooper here. Hopefully we can have both of them stunned. Let's see what we got. All right, so 1 block, but then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! All right, this Stormtrooper is actually dead. Fantastic. All right, and that is the end of the round. Moving into round 3, and I think we go ahead and have Garkin finish this guy off. All right, we're using the Force Spike again. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. He had an evade, which cancels one of those surges, but that's not enough to stop him from getting wiped out, so he's dead. We get 9 fame for taking them out. And then I guess we'll have him. You know what? Let's rest. This would be a good time for him to rest. So that'll heal his 2 fatigue. We'll go ahead and use one of our 4 med packs, which will heal 5 damage off of him. And while we're at it, we're going to use the adrenal implant. Exhaust this card after resting, you become focused. So he is focused now. Okay, so now Jen is going to move 1, 2, 3, and she's going to open this door. The door to the Imperial outpost is locked tightly, but a skilled technician could slice through the protocols. A robot could interact with the door to try to override the locking protocols. Someone is directly countering your attempts to bypass the security. Test her technical skill, which is blue, green, and yellow. She's going to then suffer 1 strain for each blue die rolled, but this strain cannot cause you to suffer damage. Okay. All right, so let's see what we get. Ugh. We only got 1 surge. She's also going to get the 1 strain for the blue die. I don't think she has any ability. All right, so 1 strain, or I'm sorry, 1 success. You hear the heavy bolts screeching as they begin to slide. The Imperial agent desperately reroutes your effort, and the bolts stop. Have to disengage. You've almost got the door cracked. All right, well, that's the end of her turn, though, because she moved to get there. So we will have to try again with her next turn. But we can do that right now because Garkin has already taken a turn. So again... Oh, man, that's terrible. She suffers another strain because of blue die, but then nothing with those. So, I mean, let's put in 0 and see what happens. Despite your adversary, the security door sparks to life and glides open. Okay. The winding Imperial facility is as tall as the canopy. Natural light filters in through skylights, though even those are choked by vines. This corridor leads to the facility's main hangar. And this door is known as the hangar door. You spot a security terminal flashing at the end of the room. Ares Gen looks up from the terminal, racked with fear. "How did you breach my protocols?" he questions, leaning into a comm device. Ares shouts, "They've breached the door, General. You have the files, now hold up your end of the deal and protect me." Reinforcements arrive from within the Imperial base. That now tells me to deploy an elite Nexu here next to Gen. Also, a regular Stormtrooper group gets deployed here. Okay, now I'm not sure how this works. I haven't seen this happen before. The app is telling me to deploy a regular Nexu here. But obviously, by deploying it there, it can't because this guy's here. So I'm going to deploy it as close as possible. I mean, I've definitely seen where it tells you to deploy something in a spot where somebody is, and then you're just supposed to put it as close as possible. So I guess that's technically what's happening here. So the regular Nexu will be placed here, I suppose. And just for reference, I put a dot on the base of the Elite Nexu, and the regular Nexu does not have one. The facility is also predictably well stocked with crates here and here. Panicking and getting tired of running, Ares again darts deeper into the base. You can't let this traitor slip away with everything he knows. So my objective has been updated, and what it is now is simply defeat Ares again. So Ares activates now, and his bonus is after this figure's activation, each other Imperial figure moves 1 toward the rebels. Okay, now first he's going to move 3 toward the hangar door. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then order another Imperial figure with a figure cost of 6 or less that can perform an attack, attacks the hero with the most insight dice, which is going to be Jen. 6 or less. The next two can't attack because they're melee. So it's going to have to be one of these guys. This guy's the closest, so he will attack green and blue. Jen uses the white defense die. Let's see, 3 accuracy, 1, 2, 3. He missed. Wait, he has a surge though. Actually, the surge gets canceled, so we're good to go. Complete miss. Okay. Then though, the bonus for Ares after this figure's activation, each other Imperial figure moves 1 space toward the moves 1 toward the rebel. So 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't know. He can't really. I guess he'll move. He'll just stay where he is, I guess, because he can't move into Ares' space. All right, so we're in a pretty good spot right here. I think we're going to stop here and come back next time to finish this gameplay off. It will be just a 2-parter, so you'll get the finished game with the next video. Ares is on the run. He's running to the hangar, pretty clearly going to try to escape out, in a spacecraft that's probably in the hangar there somewhere. So we need to try to cut him off or get to him before he can at least load up in the aircraft, and maybe even figure out who his boss is. He's named a general. There's only one general I know of that's in the game, but maybe it's not an actual playable or character. Maybe it's not an actual figure that's going to show up on the board. We'll see. So come back next time for the conclusion of this mission from Legends of the Alliance for Star Wars Imperial Assault. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.